Well, yesterday was bad for the stock market. In fact, the S&P 500 had its worst day since October of 2020. Not good for the stock market. Joe Biden just came out and said they are banning Russian oil imports. Now, we are one of the largest producers in the world of oil, so it may not affect us too much. But the spooking of the market of this conflict over in Ukraine is certainly sending our gas prices soaring, because our gas prices just hit a record high of over $4.14 per gallon on average, and some people around the country are paying far more than that. So we're going to talk about that and a few companies that could be impacted by this craziness going on with the commodity market. So stick around. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Richard Allen with TipRanks TV. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. Before we get on with talking about the craziness, remember that you can check us out on tipranks.com/TV and find all of our content that we post here, plus amazing exclusive originals. I would love to have you guys check it out and let me know down in the comments when you do. But without further ado, let's jump right into the video. First, let's jump into breaking news, because this is happening right now. Biden says today, I am announcing the United States is targeting the main artery of Russia's economy. We're banning all imports of Russian oil and gas and energy. That means Russian oil will no longer be acceptable at U.S. ports, and the American people will deal another powerful blow to Putin's war machine. This is a step we're taking to inflict further pain on Putin. Now, this is a step, I think, in the right direction, because this conflict has been going on for almost 2 weeks. It is increasingly becoming more and more deadly to civilians, and I think these are steps that need to be taken. However, you are going to feel the pain of this if you have a vehicle that you have to put gas in. I drive a tiny little Ford Focus, and I drive that for fuel efficiency. And for the first time in a very long time, yesterday I had to fill up my tank, and it was over $40. Now, I know a lot of you guys probably drive SUVs and you're like, $40, that's nothing. But it is a lot when I'm used to paying less than $30 to fill that same tank up just a matter of a couple weeks ago. I've seen gas prices in my area go from $3.20, $3.30, something like that, to over $4 per gallon within the matter of the last couple weeks. That is a huge surge in gas prices, and I know we're all being impacted of it. So let me know down in the comments if you're feeling the pain at the pump right now. I not that I want to feel your pain, but I want to hear from you guys. And let me know if there's any other sectors that you're feeling pain right now. One of you commented yesterday that rents are going up like crazy. Oil prices obviously going up like crazy. And I feel your pain. I promise you I do. And it stinks. But these type of sanctions, we're going to feel the pain here in the stock market. We're going to feel the pain here in our just normal everyday pocketbook and our bottom line. We will be spending more money. And it comes at an unfortunate time when inflation is super high. It's at a 40-year high. So we're seeing 7.5%, 8% inflation here in the US. But I promise you that people in Russia, unfortunately, are feeling it worse. And there are plenty of people in Russia that are completely against this war. And it's really unfortunate what's happening, because these sanctions tend to take a huge toll on the everyday person, the everyday consumer in the country that's being hit by these sanctions. And these are unprecedented times that we're living in right now. Unprecedented sanctions are being taken against Russia, but not everybody is on board with banning Russian oil and gas, because 40%, 50% in some cases in European Union countries, their energy, 40 to 50% of their energy comes from Russia. So some of these countries, they just can't ban Russian natural gas because it's wintertime in the northern hemisphere. It's cold in a lot of these countries, and they just can't cut off those arteries, unfortunately. Here in the US, we're a little bit luckier, and we will pay more, but we will be able to support our infrastructure and stay warm in the winter. If you live in Florida, you're probably not caring too much about this. other than gas prices. But let's talk about a few different companies that are doing tremendously well in the commodities space. We're going to talk about a gold company and obviously an oil company. And then we're going to talk about nickel prices, because nickel is absolutely going through the roof, doubling overnight. And it seems like we're living in a time of not so much supply and demand constraints, but fear driving the market right now. Let me know if you guys are selling, if you're buying, if you're panicking. I want to hear from you down in the comments. And if you're buying, what are you buying? Let me know. First company I want to take a peek at is Chevron. Ticker symbol CVX is up almost 7% as of recording this video. CVX has a smart score of 10. That's an outperform rating. We have a moderate buy, very bullish by bloggers, increased hedge fund activity. So you can see that a lot of people are really liking Chevron right now. Overall, the analysts give this a little bit of a downside because this stock is up quite a bit over the past 5-day period. They are up 12.5%. So big run over the past week for Chevron. Now, obviously, when oil prices surge, a company like Chevron is going to surge as well. So let me know if you're investing in oil right now. Now, I do want to caution you guys, because this conflict may not last forever. I hope it doesn't last very much longer at all. And if it doesn't last much longer, there will probably be a big decline in oil prices very quickly once everything gets figured out. But Russia came out and said, look, if this keeps going on, if you guys ban our oil, we're also going to ban exports as well. That's going to drive prices through the roof. We're going to see $300 per barrel. And right now we're at about $130. So $300 per barrel would be absolutely crazy. And your prices at the pump will go absolutely through the roof for sure. So let me know if you guys are buying oil right now, if you bought, if you're selling. I want to hear from you, because usually it isn't a great idea to buy something when it's at the top, right? Like there's a good chance it's going to come back to earth as long as everything gets figured out. All right, second company we're going to talk about is a gold company. It's Kinross Gold. Ticker symbol there is KGC. They are up very similar to what we're seeing with Chevron, 5.5% today. Also a smart score of 9. But this is a strong buy right now with 14 analyst ratings, giving this an average upside of 26% over the next 12 months. If we take a peek at the charts over the past 5 days, KGC is up 11%. There's another company that I really like. Ticker symbol is gold, Barrick Gold here. If you look at some of the investors in Barrick Gold, Berkshire Hathaway made a massive purchase, $100 million purchase of this stock in 2020. And that bet is paying off, because if you look at Barrick Gold over the past 5 days, they are up 9.5%. Over the past 3 months, up 33%. So crazy price action for gold right now, hitting over $2,000 per ounce. So what are you guys doing in this market? Are you staying away from everything? Are you panicking? Are you selling? Are you holding? I want to hear from you down in the comments. Let's take a peek at nickel really quick before we go, because nickel prices double to a record $100,000 a ton, trading suspended in London. Now, one thing to keep in mind with nickel, they are used in batteries. They have a high energy density. This will absolutely affect the EV markets. This isn't great right now. We have crazy supply chain issues with chip shortages, and now we've got this crazy commodity stuff going on. This is kind of an unprecedented time right now. It's all hitting us all at the same time. So I want to know what you guys are doing with your portfolios. Are you buying? Are you selling? Are you panicking? Are you sticking around? Are you just holding? I want to hear from you down in the comments. And if you haven't already, check out tipranks.com/TV, where you can find all our content here, plus exclusive originals. I would love to have you guys check that out. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. If you learned something new or found any value in this video at all, let me know by hitting that like button and that subscribe button down below. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.